Nile. Welcome.
Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So you are an expert in all things luxury from New York to South Florida, as well as the new development space.
Yep.
We know in the 5 million and above market, we're down about 62% from the fourth quarter last year, but we're up still 2% from 2019. I want to start with New York. And what are your thoughts on what's happening in the market, both with your buyers and sellers?
Absolutely. So the first thing I would say is that on the luxury side of things, 5 million, 10 million plus, I've seen a lot of activity. All of the buyers who exited the capital markets, they have cash, right? With the interest rates that have risen, a lot of the people that I'm working with, $5–10 million plus, are not financing, and they're coming in right now to take advantage of the pricing.
You know, I think that's a really great point, because even as we look at these, $10–20 million transactions, we are starting to see some greater discounts in the market, especially with these cash buyers, given the pressure with the mortgage rates at lower price points. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're, one of those cash buyers, you want to be the buyer who didn't overpay. So they're very cautious, but they're active. They're out there making lowball offers. There's a seller who's, amenable to this. I mean, there are deals that are happening. As you can see, there's a 2% increase since 2019.
And with these luxury buyers, we've really seen them go across the city, Upper East Side, Upper West Side, downtown markets. Are your buyers looking all over the city, or do they tend to be more neighborhood focused?
That's a great question. So not neighborhood focused. I'd probably say like 5–10 years ago, there's a lot of neighborhood. But now when you have cash buyers who are taking advantage of the high interest rates, they come in and they say, where's the deal? So I've been making offers on the Upper East Side, Upper West Side, Greenwich Village with certain cash buyers, townhouses specifically, and it's just about where the deal is right now. It doesn't necessarily mean about this location or that location.
And are you seeing greater deals right now on the resale side or in the new development market?
That's a really good question. I think it depends on the seller's motivation. On the resale side, sellers don't necessarily need to sell, or if it's rented, maybe they're like, I'll just wait. On the new dev side, if you have a tower and there's a lot of units, for example, there's some on Billionaires Row that seem to be struggling a little bit, there are discounts to be had, and we're working on deals, my team is specifically in those buildings.
And then switching gears down to South Florida, are you seeing parallels to the New York luxury market, or is it still, incredibly active as it was during the height of the pandemic?
Well, I think this summer it was very, very slow. A lot of the great buyers were, over in Europe, whatever. Now they've come back. Our Basel just happened, so that was amazing. And you have all these buyers that are from New York now coming to Miami. 'Tis the season. I'd say, although we have been in a declining market in South Florida, I do expect it to pick up as I'm talking to a lot of buyers and sellers down in Miami right now.
And as we look at the buyers in South Florida, are they primary residences, secondary residence, co-primary, or is it really a mix at this point?
Well, I'd say some of the clientele that I've been dealing with want to get to South Florida to make it a primary residence because of New York tax laws, etc. They favor in South Florida. So I would say primary residence from what I'm seeing specifically.
And as we go into the new year, and especially the first and second quarter next year, what's your forecast for the luxury segment?
I think it's going to continue to go. I mean, I think that we've seen some sort of stability in terms of interest rates. I think next year is going to be a very, very strong year. I'm very bullish on it. I think it's going to be really, really exciting.
Yeah, great to end it on an optimistic note, Nile. Thank you.
Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it.